News channel serving Jeanerette.
Bell South Mobility presents The Nelson Stokley Show, brought to you by Pepsi, Acadiana Alarm Systems, Body Masters, and Mr. Gaddy's.
Hi, everybody. I'm Matt McCullough from the Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana, where we have just seen the most exciting game of the year. USL scores on a 4th and 4 play to take it 32-28 over Tulane. We'll have all the highlights next on the Nelson Stokley Show.
This is what life is. This is what life is. Bell South Mobility.
Fitness is not a passing fancy, it's a way of life. From shaping up to rehabilitation, Body Masters builds the machines that can get you to where you want to be. Body Masters, mastering the art of fitness. Hi, everybody, and welcome into the Nelson Stokley Show. We are live, just getting back from New Orleans after a late night last night. Boy, what a great night it was. It was just the game of the year, no doubt about it. And just
no question, Mac. You know, if that wasn't the biggest, it had to be one of the biggest road wins ever for USL. You know, our kids kept coming back from adversity, kept coming back from behind, and to win the game like we did was awesome. You know, you like to win them like that, but you don't want to draw them up like that because that was a little too close, a little too tight. But our players all night stepped up and made plays. It seemed like every time when we were behind 15-0, they had the football, and I was thinking, make a play, defense, make a play, and darn if we don't make a play, and caused the fumble, allowed us to get back into the game. There in the second half, we're behind 21-10, I think it is, and two successive drives by Tulane ended up in fumbles. We get the ball and we go ahead, so it was a great team effort.
Yeah, it really was, and you know, that's 4 in a row wins now for USL. I think that might have had a lot to do with it when you get the ball with 3:41 to go in the game and suddenly you say, man, you know, we can win this game.
Yeah, well, you know, it was a tough night all night. Again, you know, every time we seemed to have something going, we seemed to put the game away in the second half there. We had some penalties. We had to fight back. And there was just no quit in our football team. You know, we had two successive drives there where we were 3 plays and out. We got the ball with 3-something left. We had to make it happen, and just guys, you know, came up with plays all night long.
A couple of third downs and a couple of fourth down play, and you'll see it in just a second. Let's take a look at the first half highlights. And right out of the blocks, Coach, you kind of didn't want to come out of the locker room. You wanted them to come out of the locker room first?
Well, I tell you what. The home team has to come out first, and I think they wanted us to come out first, but there wasn't no way. We kind of
thought with your fans that you were at home.
Yeah, I think so. You know, I don't think anybody, you know, they kind of got upset down in New Orleans, I understand, when I made a few remarks about it not being a home field advantage and we had more people than they did at the games. I don't think anybody denied that Saturday night, I promise you.
No, they didn't. You come out with kind of traditional now for Tulane to come out with just walking out. But the game started not so good. As you get out, you get the fumble right there.
Right.
And in this game, turnovers led to points. There's Jamaican D'Artez, the true freshman out of Cecilia.
Boy, he's a heck of a running back, I tell you that.
He looked pretty good.
He sure did. He can make some cuts.
He goes for 5, then he goes for 5 more, and then he'll make a nice cut in here. It really stays really low to the ground. Look at him ducking behind those blockers.
Yeah. He stays down, and he's got a great, you know, low center of gravity. He stays down behind his people, and it's hard to find him.
5 plays, 32 yards they took it. USL drove, could not get it in the end zone. Tulane will
nice
drive
throw.
91 yards. There's Sean King. That's another freshman. To Franklin, 34 yards. And then the interference call. I'm not sure about this. Kind of call that
terrible.
on Gilmore right
That's
there.
terrible. You know, though, Mac, when you play man coverage as we do, you're going to get some of those calls sometimes, but that was a very poor call.
So they get the ball on the 2, and they go with the keeper this time, and King will score it. And they get the 2-point conversion. So they go up ahead.
It looked to me like that could have been a flag. If they're going to call it, let's call it.
Yeah, you're right. Second quarter now, Tulane.
There's a play. We need a play. Watch Damon Mason.
Boom, right there.
Boys, he played well this year.
They were in complete control until Damon Mason forced a fumble. And we'll see a replay as Joe Evans
Just
jumps
what
on
we
it.
needed.
Yeah, it really did
That was
turn
awesome.
the tide.
I think he's
offense-
certainly one of the best safeties in the country, the Big West, and certainly in this state.
No doubt about it. In this game, as we said, turnovers led to points. Here comes Marcus Pryor running hard.
Well, you know, Mac, the thing that I'm proud of, these guys, Tulane had held 3 straight opponents to 60-something yards rushing a game, 260-something yards total offense, and, boy, we had a heck of a night.
Yeah, a good throw right out there to Darren Struther. It led to a Mike Schaefer field goal. And it
Well,
was
I'm
15
proud of Mike. You know, he only kicked once this week. He had a severe quad injury. Tried to kick him Thursday, wasn't able to, re-injured it, and came back, didn't kick it all Friday, and came back and just did a great job Saturday.
So the defense gets into the game now. That's Clifton Sylvester with the sack. Get the ball back for Marcus Pryor, who rips off 19 yards.
Boy, he's having a heck of a
Really
3 games here.
He sure
And
is.
our offense has just really come to play, and defense is playing well, making things happen.
Big catch right there, 3rd and 18. Get 18 yards from Jake to Brandon Stokley, and then Jake will go.
You know, Tulane
out.
had been awful good on goal line and short yardage, and our offensive coaches did a great job of putting in a couple of things that they hadn't seen. That was one of them we called the bug play, and that was good for 2 touchdowns.
Right there, and it was good. You're right, good for a touchdown, and then right before the half, defense, of course, playing tough, making Jamaica know that, hey, you're from Cecilia. But as we go to the break at the halftime, by the way, USL band did a good job at halftime.
Everybody did. What a great crowd.
Yeah, it really was.
And I tell you what, I want to thank all those people because they had a lot to do with us winning and being in the ball game.
Let's take a look at the stats if we can for the first half, and there it is. You'll see the score. Tulane leads it. They led it throughout the whole game, but you're doing well on the stat board anyway.
Yeah.
Both turnovers turned to points for both teams, and it really. Yours right out the blocks, and then theirs really changed the momentum of both.
Well, it was pretty much that way for the whole ball game. You know, everybody capitalized on turnovers. It seemed like we got behind, we got a couple, we got ahead, we gave them one, they got ahead, and then we finished it off there at the end. But again, I'm really pleased with what we did offensively. I told Jake before the game that we were going to have some series where we didn't get much done offensively because they're a good defensive football team. We might go 2 or 3 series where we didn't get a first down. Keep our poise, have patience. We're going to get some opportunities to have some big plays, and we're going to have to capitalize on them, and I think that we did.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Folks, if you didn't go to the game, stick around because it was a great second half. Speaking of poise and playing ability, you'll see it in the second half, so stay with us on the Nelson Stokley Show. All right, welcome back to the show. I know at halftime you just wanted your defense to relax more than anything. Some of the defensive players would tell
Yeah,
us.
really our whole football team, Mac. I think the one thing I did poorly this week was overkill. You know, I stressed how important a football game it was, how big a football game was, and maybe I overdid it a little bit because I thought we were tight the first half, and we usually play better when we're relaxed. And you know, I just told the football team, hey, go out there and have some fun, relax, play football. That you know, we'd give them everything that they got, and certainly the game was ours to win, and they stepped up and got the job done.
Yeah, let's take a look at the second half. Great atmosphere, as we say. USL band really kept the big USL crowd.
Again, what a crowd! What a crowd! I tell you what, not only the football team, but our people accepted the challenge from Coach Stevens, and they showed up.
They really did. And right out of the blocks, out of the locker room, defense comes up big.
Oh,
Joe
yeah.
Evans and Derek McKinley had a big
Boy,
game.
Joe is stepping up. You know, he started since the open date and really played well.
Sure has. And then
Nice
Tulane,
play by their
defense,
safety.
Boy, he sure did. That's Cedric Anderson comes up, and in this game, turnovers led to points.
Yeah.
And big play here. Looks kind of innocent. But Jeff Mitchell knocks their quarterback out of the game. Sean King is out of the game with a bad shoulder. Tulane, though,
Another
goes
big play by
to the
Joe,
run
yeah.
mostly. There's Big Joe again, -2 yards. And then Tulane finds a hole as Gerald Soule goes 23
Boy, I
yards.
tell you, he's a nice-looking back. He can really run for a
He's
guy that
loaded.
size.
Yeah,
He really is.
He really is.
Well, it didn't look too good at this point right here, Mac. I think we're down 21-10.
Right.
And they got everything going. So we got to make some plays now. And you know, if we had some quit in us, we'd have probably been down right here.
They're taking it to the house, but it seemed like you and Louis Cook, the offensive coordinator, trying to change the momentum. You started more reverses and the short swing passes into the flat.
Yeah.
And that's when you saw the reverse, and there's another big play.
When we had to have it, defense stepped up and made the play.
It's Evans again, too. Watch Evans gets his big paw on the ball. Jamaican Dartes fumbles, and in this
we had
game,
to have it right there. That's right.
Turnovers led to points.
Got some big plays defensively and offensively. Kicking game was really solid, so it was a great team win.
Watch Keno Hills here, Coach. Boom!
It's got to be an awesome sight. He's got a couple.
Number 8, Keno.
You know, our hearts really go out to Keno.
Yeah.
His grandfather passed away last night, and he didn't know it till after the game, so that's very difficult for him to handle, but hopefully our team will help him through it.
Yeah, you're right. Look at number 8. He wants no part of Keno Hills anymore. In fact, he'll play a
There's
part
that play again.
later on.
There's a heck of a job by our offense and our defense coaches, but offensive coaches in changing up our pattern, you know, on our short yardage and goal line stuff, and we converted about every one. Great call on 2-point play.
Go for 2.
Coach Cook.
You like it right
the
there.
one we ran against Vegas, if you remember, last year.
You sure did.
Yeah, great call.
A lot easier
Back
this
in the
time,
game. Yeah, well, it's a little bit more open.
And there's the crowd into it. You're only down by 3, and the crowd really seemed to rise to
Look
the
at those
occasion.
people. Yeah, that's awesome.
Tulane replacement quarterback Tracy Watt, good-looking athlete, 6'4", 240, but
a
fumble.
Yeah.
A lot of Gilmore.
Way to go, Gilmore.
And we said for I think the 6th time today, the turnovers led to points. We'll take another look at this one though. And you can see this kid 6'4", 240 pounds.
Yeah.
But right there, the hit on the ball, and the Rodder jumps on it. Jake will go out to Donald this time. Watch the block by number 51 this time. Sam Heinen getting out there. Watch him take 2 people out. That's big Sam.
Somebody, Sam, good job. Boy, great. Oh, I thought he was gone right there.
About 2 guys just get the shoestring tackle, and then Jake will go
Big
to
Anthony
Donald
was
again.
out there. Yeah.
This was for 14 yards, threading the needle.
Play.
Almost a play like the one that got picked off, but this time he threads the needle. And then the great run by Marcus Pryor. Boy, he makes some great adjustments right here. Boop. See ya. Almost gets in, but actually his knees were down as he hits the cone right there.
Yeah, that's close. I don't know if the ball didn't hit before the knee did.
Is it close?
They wasn't giving us nothing Saturday night, I can tell you that.
We'll take another look at it. You see what he sees. And boy,
what a great run. Boy, as he stepped up and played some football for us.
Oh, so close, so close.
Now we get it in.
And you got Big Cotton in the back.
Well, we changed pace a little bit. We give them the same formation, and we just come with the fullback dive there, and it's a nice hook.
260 pounds.
Had him off
balance. 5 plays, 42 yards. USL takes its first lead of the game, 25-21, and you're thinking, all right, Tulane will take it to the house now.
Yeah.
But they actually make a comeback.
No. I'll tell you what, there was really 2 teams out there fighting hard, playing hard, and you got to give a lot of credit to Tulane because they came to play.
Jake will go to Brandon. Has a nice little slant for 10 yards. And Jake will go
can't run.
Down. No, he can't run. Here come, look.
Oh, what a play.
8. You see number 8 right there.
Yeah.
Didn't even touch him that time, but 8 knew he was coming, so he was bailing out.
Wow.
So Keno came.
This guy a football player?
Boy, he had a good night.
Oh,
Donald Reese had a great night. We'll take another look at it. 8's like, here comes Big 74. I'm out of there.
Well, look at Luke. That's our center all the way out there blocking on the strong safety.
Look at everybody downfield blocking.
Greg Hamilton hustling down, getting a block.
Did a real good job there. And then Jake go out in the flat to Keenan Cotton. Now this, boy, I think what they call illegal motion.
No, they called us behind there.
Blocking him out?
Yeah, but I don't think there's any way. I'm going to see it, but I don't think so. What a great run.
Great run. Gets in the end zone, but they called it back, so it did not count. So we go to the 4th quarter.
I thought we had an opportunity to break it open there.
You go to the go route, Coach.
Yeah.
And this time it bounces
a little bit behind him, you know. Brandon can make those catches, though.
Call it go route. Remember the name of that go route because you'll see it later on. And as we say, Coach, in this game, the turnovers led to points.
Boy, nice run.
Boy, a real nice
run.
Boy,
he's a good back.
To get in the end zone, and boy, they knifed in.
I don't know how he got away. He's right from Cecilia.
So they take the lead 28-25, and actually they start to stop us now. About two or three series in a row.
Couple series in a row.
They stop it there, and then they get the sack of Jake.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, he had some poise. He didn't rush it. He didn't make a mistake right there. Knew we had time.
Here's the moment of truth. 3:41 to go in the fourth. Down by 3. Talk about some big plays on this drive. First, Jake will go out to Brandon.
Oh, nice throw. Nice throw.
Nice throw and catch for 20 yards. Then 3rd and 10.
What a big play.
This play.
This might have been the play of the night right here.
Jake pulls it down and scrambles for 23.
I've been trying to get him to do that, and he's really stepped forward now.
And now you're looking for anything, Jake, to Fletcher, and looks like we got the play. So it sets up 4th and 4, and I'm saying we got to kick the field goal from 54, but you decide to go for it. 4th and 4, and what do?
What a play.
Oh, there he is. The go route again. This time, same play as last time when you got the interception. You go back to him, and this time he breaks it long, and look, he gets mugged on the sidelines by his quarterback.
Well, you know, it's a heck of a play. There's no question about it under that situation and that type of pressure. And especially by our quarterback, Jake. You know, to stand in there and not panic, not throw it until someone's open. And it was just a great throw. Great job by Brandon getting open. And I tell you what, Mac, there's a lot of great quarterbacks around the country, and there's a lot of guys that throw 40 and 50 times and get their 300 and 400 yards. But Jake's one of the top ones, and he's certainly the best quarterback in Louisiana.
Really, really is. And what a job by the offensive line. He had all day to throw it, and boy, just what a great play on the go route, 37 yards for the touchdown.
The defense comes in and does the job.
Defense comes in, and Tracy is running for his life. And they hold him right there, and Tulane did not threaten. It's time to party down in New Orleans for all the boosters.
Oh, boy. Like I said, that has to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest road wins of all time. It was just, you know, and I knew going into the game, Mac, that those guys were going to be ready to play. I said a couple things during the week I think got them fired up, but our team responded. Great win. Hey,
that's what you love to see. And you see the turnovers. Every one of those turnovers led to points.
Yeah.
But USL gets the job done through the air. Probably was the difference is you get the 249 yards, and of course.
Well, I think again it doesn't show, but it was really balanced because they're really good against the run. And you got to remember again, the last 3 games they had played TCU, Ole Miss, and Memphis State, and haven't given up that kind of yardage, you know, on the road. So that was a great job offensively. Defensively, only giving them 273 yards. They got a couple of touchdowns off of turnovers, but great team win.
Sure was. And after we talked about the go to the players and the offensive coordinator Lewis Cook.
We call it a go, you know, 50 a go, because he's the A back in that situation. Okay. So he's got the go route, but what we usually try to do is press the middle, and then he finds the hole in the middle. Well, they were cushioning a little bit, so Jake, you know, looked back to the curl and then went back to Brandon, and that's when he went behind him.
That whole last drive, going, you know, I asked my grandfather just to watch over me. You know, he's not here. This is what he loved the most, his first season not with me. And, you know, all the way down, I just asked 4th down. It just felt like it was slow motion. You know, Brandon just came across and had it all the time. He went past, and I laid it up. He would make the catch.
I lined up in the backfield, and so they sent me in motion to isolate me on the linebacker. And I was going, and the safety bit up, and I kind of stuttered a little bit. And I just kept going, and he was too far up, and Jake made a good pass, and I was just hoping I'd catch it.
We went in at halftime, and right before half, we got a big, you know, turnover on that fumble and everything, and we just settled down, you know, and just said, you know, Coach Kipps just said, just relax, play football like we're capable of, and that's what we did. Made some plays.
Making plays, that's what it's all about.
That sure is.
Relax and letting yourself be able to make it. And as I say, the winning attitude against maybe Tulane's losing attitude, but when you had to make the play, your team did it.
No question about that. And again, the adversity we faced, we never got a call all night. Everything went against us, and for our players to hang in there and win the game like they did at the end was awesome.
Yeah, truly what you call winners making plays.
Exactly. There were a bunch of winners out there Saturday night, I tell you.
You're right. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at another winner in our player profile.
What a great combination, USL football and Mr. Gaddy's Pizza. Follow the Raging Cajuns all season long on the Nelson Stokley Show, and follow your taste buds to any Acadiana area Mr. Gaddy's. There you'll find the fabulous all-you-can-eat buffet every day for lunch and dinner. It's all you can eat. Pizza loaded with toppings, pasta, salad, and dessert. And you can eat as much as you like for one low price. Mr. Gaddy's, the best pizza in town and a proud supporter of USL football.
Pushing camera 3.
Timeout is called right now. Shaq's got to do something big to get back in this game.
Commercial.
Shaq is leaving the court. What do you mean?
He's over there. He's on Lucy.
What?
I didn't know Shaq could ride a horse.
Hiya, pal.
Well, the timeout is over. I wonder if he's going to get back. Hey, wait a minute. Shaq's back. He's got it. How about that play?
He says there's nothing good on TV.
There's nothing more important than knowing our family and our home are safe. But we thought a security system was out of our budget.
Then we heard about Acadiana Alarms, home of Safe America. They'll install a basic security system in your home for absolutely no money down. You pay only $28 a month for 36 months.
Less than $1 a day, and you have 24-hour protection and the peace of mind knowing your family is safe at home. Call their security experts now.
This is what life is. This is what life is. Bell South Mobility.
Welcome back to the show. It is now time to take a look at a hard-hitting piece of journalism. Well, Kurt Como has our player profile of a hard-hitting safety, LaRoderick Gilmore.
USL senior defensive back LaRoderick Gilmore is one of the hardest hitters on the field, but it took sitting out last year for him to hit his books just as hard as he hits opponents.
I really picked it up when I sat out, and I had to take a lot of hours to get back in school and be eligible. And I